good afternoon to all dear students. Last class we are just started organism and population. Organism and population. And in this chapter we have discussed few important terms about this organism and population. Few terms we have discussed. The first term, just I am summarizing in 1 minute. The first term we have discussed about species. Species. What is a species? Definition of species we have completed. Species is a group of organisms which are similar in structure, function, behavior and interbreed among themselves to produce a fertile offspring. And under one species you can find a population. You can find a population. Population. What is population also we have discussed. Population means a group of individuals in a particular geographical area belong to only one species. Individuals of one species in a particular geographical area means it related to number. Population is related to number, but species not indicate number. So population is a single species. Similarly, another term we have discussed after population. Second is a biotic community. Biotic community. Biotic community. What is biotic community? Also we have discussed. It is the combination of several species, several population, or population belonging to different species of plants. Here only one species comes in population. Only one species. Here several species. Several species belonging to different plant, animal and microorganism forms a biotic community. Then after biotic community we have discussed another important term known as ecosystem. Ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is another higher term than biotic community. It is the community plus environment. Community plus environment. Environment means physical environment. Physical environment which includes air, water, sunlight, the soil, different precipitation, humidity, different comes under this environment. So that's why community plus environment, air, water, whatever that is present in the environment. Together these two form ecosystem. Then after ecosystem, another important term is bio. This important term is bio, and we have not discussed last class. Now we will discuss about this bio. What is bio? If you look at the biome, it is a higher term than ecosystem. Means a biome consists of many ecosystems. For example, we will take one example. Let's take Earth surface. If you look at the Earth, our surface, Earth surface. This is the Earth, and sunlight comes from this side. Sun rays comes from this side. Sunlight. And when you compare the sunlight directly, the sun rays are very close to this point. This is called equator of the Earth. Equator. Whatever it is used, different terms are used for this. That is middle line or equator, whatever you are using in geography you have read. So this is called equator. So at the equatorial point, the sunlight is maximum. The Earth receives maximum sunlight at this point because it is very close to the sun. But this point is at a distance. So that's why the North Pole, this is the North Pole and lower is the South Pole. The North Pole and South Pole receive very less amount of heat. So that's why temperature is less here. In these places, temperature is less. So that's why you can find ice cap. In these places there is ice cap and a very low temperature exists in these places. So that's why you can find on the Earth's surface different places according to climate. In this place you find a different climate. A hot climate is found. In this place, one hot climate is found because the sunlight are maximum here. And in this place you find a cold climate. In this place, this is a hot climate, and this place is cold climate. So that's why in different part of Earth you find a different type of climate. And in between these two, very hot and very cold climate, there is one intermediate climate in between them, not more hot or not more cold. So, but if you look at here, very hot climate. Now come to this place. In this hot climate, you find different type of plants, different type of animals, because every part of Earth contains plant, animal and microorganism. Here also you find microorganism. So that's why you can say in this hot climate of the Earth, we can find one biotic community. And when biotic community is present, environment is also present because every part of Earth contains air, water and everything. So that's why there is ecosystem. So in this hot climate, you find a different type of ecosystem. Different type of ecosystem. Ecosystem, one example of ecosystem is forest. Last class I had told. Forest or river, pond, lake, these are example of ecosystem. So that's why different type of ecosystem you find. In this place, you find a forest. Forest is one type of ecosystem. You find one garden. Garden is one type of ecosystem. You can find river. River is one type of ecosystem. You can find pond. Pond is one kind of ecosystem. So that's why if you compare this large area of earth, this is not a small area. We are considering a part of earth means it is a large area. So that's why what is biome? If you clearly define what is biome, biome is nothing, a large segment of the earth or a large region of earth with uniform climate, with uniform climatic condition, with uniform climate. What is the meaning of uniform climate? Uniform climate means that climate is present same in all the part in that region. For example, when we are considering this part of earth, at this point, if temperature is 40 degrees Celsius, in this part of earth, in this part also you find 40 degrees Celsius. In this part also you find 40 degrees Celsius. In this part also you find 40 degrees Celsius. Uniform climate. Just like you can compare in a refrigerator. In a refrigerator, when you are using in your home the refrigerator or freezer, inside the freezer or refrigerator, the temperature is uniform inside the refrigerator. Similarly, you can consider this part of earth as a refrigerator. In this part of the earth, the temperature in every part is same. So that's why the type of ecosystem present here, the forest present here is equal to forest present here, is equal to forest present here, equal to forest present here. Because in a particular temperature, only one type of plant can survive. In a particular temperature, in a 40 degrees Celsius, only one type of plant can survive. Similarly, if you come to this part, for example, in this region, this is called tundra biome or polar region. This is called polar biome. Polar or tundra region. You have heard many times this tundra word or polar word. Why it is called polar? Because it is the end of the earth. And here the temperature is very low. For example, you can take negative. It is 0 to negative. It exists in negative minus 2 degrees Celsius. In this negative temperature, not all organisms can survive. Here some special organism can survive. For example, yak or polar bear. You can hear this term polar bear. A special type of bear are found in this region, polar bear. So special type of plant and animal are found. So that's why the ecosystem, we can say the ecosystem present in the polar region is different from the ecosystem present in the equator region. This is the hot region, high temperature region. This is the cold region. So that's why in the high temperature region, the type of ecosystem present, it performs on uniform climate. Here one uniform climate is found, and due to uniform climate, there is uniform a particular type of flora and a particular type of fauna are present. Particular type of fauna. Flora means plant, fauna means animal. So that's why we can say in the two different region, in this hot region or equatorial region, in the cold region or polar region, there is a different type of flora and fauna. The plant animal found here are completely different. We can take one example to compare these two regions of earth. This region of the earth is having high temperature. This region of the earth having low temperature. You can see in some specialized in case of cold baths, just like where cold drinks, different type of cold drinks are kept. So you can take a refrigerator. Example of refrigerator. Inside the refrigerator, what type of things are kept inside a refrigerator? In a refrigerator, only those things are kept which need low temperature. For example, different type of cold drinks, different type of ice creams, these are kept inside the refrigerator. So that's why you can say this part of the earth is just like a refrigerator. Inside this refrigerator, as it is a negative temperature, we can say it is just like a refrigerator, and inside this refrigerator, only the cold temperature requiring things can be kept. So that's why this biome is a cold biome. This biome is a cold biome, and this biome is only for those plants and animals which need low temperature. those plants and animals which need low temperature. Those plants and animals which need low temperature, those can be kept here. But if you come to this region, this is the hot biome. In this biome, what happens? You can find only the hot things present here. And please unmute. Please unmute your audio. It is disturbing. Okay. So if you come to this hot climate, in this hot region, in this region, special type of plant and animals are found. Just like I have given example of refrigerator for the cold biome. This is the cold biome, polar area. Similarly, you can take hot air oven. In different specialized shops, you can find a hot air oven. Even in some homes also, hot air oven is used for keeping pizza, burger, those who require hot temperature. Clear? So patties, these are kept. So you are acquainted with hot air oven in different. So we can take example of this part. This is hot air oven. In the hot air oven, only you can keep pizza, burger, not cold drinks. So similarly, here we can take, this is the hot air oven, this is the refrigerator. So inside the refrigerator, the type of things present, inside the hot air oven, the type of things are different. Clear? So here we can compare. This is the cold biome, this is the hot biome. So only meaning I have to say here, there is uniform climate. If you look at one biome, if we are looking at this biome, the temperature here is the same as temperature here, just like hot air oven. Inside the hot air oven, if this corner, left corner contains 40 degrees Celsius, the right corner also has 40 degrees Celsius. So there is no difference temperature. Not like that inside the hot air oven, you find 40 degrees Celsius at one point and 0 degrees Celsius at another point, not like that. So similarly here, there is uniform climate. In this region, uniform climate. Similarly, in this region, there is uniform. If there is 0, here is also 0. So that's why. So we can say, what is biome? Biome is a large geographical region, large region of the earth containing uniform climate, flora and fauna. Clear? Uniform climate should be there. If hot, uniformly hot. If cold, uniformly cold climate, and a particular type of flora and fauna. So it is known for particular type of flora. Just like we can take another example, desert. In desert, only you find camel. Camel are not found anywhere else, because camel, their body, their physiology, their function is designed in such a manner they can survive only in the desert condition. So that's why biome is a large region of the earth. What I can write in biome? It is a large region of the earth. Large region of the earth with uniform climate. What it contains? Uniform climate with a specific flora and fauna. Specific flora means plant, fauna means animals. And one example of biome is desert. Desert is one example of biome. Similarly, tundra region, polar. Tundra region is one example of biome. So different biome you find. Tropical rainforest, which is found in this region, high temperature region, tropical rainforest. So these are example of some biome. Large region with uniform climate and a specific flora and fauna. So this completes your biome. So we have started with species, community, ecosystem, now biome. After biome, next higher term is known as a biosphere. What is biosphere? Bio means living sphere. Sphere means a spherical structure, Earth. So what is biosphere? It is not that much important. Only up to biome it is important. Biosphere means entire part, habitable part of the earth. Habitable part means where living organism can survive. That part of the earth is called habitable part of the earth. So biosphere is the entire part of the earth where living organism present. Entire part of the earth where living organism are present, known as a biosphere. So these are the important terms. Starting from species, we have in increasing order we have written, increasing order of their size. So that's why if question comes, which part of earth contain more than one ecosystem? Which term out of this? Look clearly at these terms. Which of the following part of earth contain more than one ecosystem? The answer is biome, because ecosystem is here. It is a single ecosystem. when many ecosystem combine, many ecosystem are present in a biome, many ecosystem are forming together with uniform climate, forming a biome. So biome contain many ecosystem together. So these are the important terms. Now we will discuss few other important terms in addition to these terms. So one important term is community or biotic community. Community or biotic community. With respect to biotic community, some important questions are coming both in entrance as well as in your board examination. So let's take community. Two community are there. Community. What is the definition of community? We have completed last class. Community means several species belonging to different species, several population belonging to different species of plant, animal and microorganism present together forming a community. Let there are two community. One is community 1, another is community 2. One community is present here, another community is present here. Clear? This is community 1, community 2. And here I have shown the two community are in overlapping condition. You can mark here. This is the community 1. The part of community 1 is overlapped by community 2. This place you can find. This is community 1, but community 1's part is overlapped by community 2's part. So that's why this is the transition zone, we can say, overlapping zone. And this overlapping zone is called as ecotone. This is important term, ecotone. So ecotone, this is the zone, tone or zone, transition zone. So what is ecotone? Sometimes question comes. Ecotone is the transition or overlapping zone. Transition or overlapping zone. It is the transition or overlapping zone. Transition or overlapping zone between two biotic communities, between two different biotic communities, different community. This is clear. So two different biotic community when show some transition zone, that is called as ecotone. Just like we can compare one example. Let two school are there. Okay. Just like you can take example of your college. Clear? Your college is there and adjacent to that another college is there. Two college, different college. C means college 1, this is college 2. Okay. So the two colleges having a transition zone means a common boundary. The boundary of this college and boundary of this college is 1. This is the transition. This is the overlapping. One is shared by both. And this one or this zone is called as ecotone. So ecotone is the transition zone between two communities. And it is found after scientific investigation. It is found. What is community? I have told you it contains different species, several population belonging to different species. If you count the number of species in this community 1 and community 2, it is observed the number of species in this place are very high, rich. Very high number of species are found in this region. This region of the earth, this region means the ecotone part contain the high diversity. High diversity means highest type of species. Highest type of species are found in this region, not in this region, not in this region. This is part of community 2. Here also species present. This is part of community 1. Here also species is present. But highest species are found here in this place. So that's why that effect is called as edge effect. That effect is called as edge effect. Edge effect. Why edge effect? Edge means side. This is the side of community 2. This is the side of community 1. So at the side maximum species are present. So what is edge effect? Diversity, high diversity in the ecotone zone. Ecotone is the place. Ecotone is the zone. It is the overlapping zone. Zone means area. But in that area, high species are found. High number of species. That is called edge effect. So edge effect is the high diversity. High diversity in the ecotone. High diversity in the ecotone zone. In the ecotone area. Ecotone is known as edge effect. So edge effect and ecotone, these are the two important terms associated with this biotic community. So that's why you have to remember this ecotone and edge effect. So perhaps it is clear. So now we'll move towards another important term. So last class I had told you what is a species. Each different kind of organism represent a species. But today we will discuss about endemic species. What is endemic species? Endemic species. What is endemic species? The species, all of you know, each kind of living organism. For example, dog is a species, cat is a species, lion is a species, each different kind, whatever you are looking in your environment. Each kind of plant, each kind of animal represent a species. But what is endemic species? Species confined to a particular region. Species confined to a particular region and not found anywhere else. Particular region and not found anywhere else. Not found anywhere else. Not found anywhere else is known as endemic species. What it says? Species confined to a particular region, particular area. It is found in a particular area and not found anywhere else. Example is kangaroo. Kangaroo is only found in Australia. If you go to Australia, only in Australia kangaroo is present. So kangaroo is an endemic species to Australia. If it is found in a particular area, not found anywhere else, you have to remember. If a species found in a particular area, not found anywhere. Not found anywhere means not found in other places. Only found in a particular area. Example, kangaroo in Australia is one example of endemic species. And you people are endemic to your college. You are only found in your college, not found anywhere else. Okay? So you are also endemic. So don't think you are inferior. You are also very important. Clear? So endemic species completed. Now next is ecology. Next important term is ecology. What is ecology? Already you know the biology, zoology, different logy. Logy means study. So ecology. What is ecology? Ecology is the also study. It is a part of biology, or it is the branch of biology which deals with. It is the branch of biology. It is a biological branch of biology which deals with study about interaction or interrelationship between organism and its environment. Interrelationship between organism and its environment. Organism and its environment. You can clearly see the definition here. What I have written. The ecology is the branch of biology. It is a part of biology which deals with study about. What we will study here? We will study here the interrelationship or interaction. What is the interaction? Just like you people are interacting with me in the class, you are asking some question, I am responding to your question. Similarly, here interrelationship between organism and environment. Organism means living organism. Living organism may be a plant, animal, or microorganism. What is the interrelationship between organism and environment? Because a living organism needs different thing from environment. For example, to digest the food, water is needed. The living organism absorbs water. For example, plant absorbs water through the root. Similarly, sunlight is needed. From the sunlight, sun, the light is absorbed by the plant synthesizes food. Similarly, after death of the plant and animal, the body of the plant and animal get mixed inside the soil. So that's why there is always a reciprocal relationship. Always there is a reversible relationship. Organism depends on environment also depends on organism. So that's why it is interdependent relationship. Interdependent. Organism cannot survive without environment also cannot exist without organism. So that's why it is the interrelationship, the branch of biology which deals with a study about interaction or interrelationship between organism and environment is known as ecology. And this term ecology was given by Ernst Haeckel. This term ecology was given by Ernst Haeckel and father of ecology. Who is the father of ecology? Reiter. Scientist Reiter. Reiter is known as the father of ecology. Reiter is known as the father of ecology. And this ecology again divided into two branches. There are two branches of ecology. One is autoecology, another is syn ecology. Scene ecology. Scene ecology. Ecology already you have defined. What is ecology? Study of organism and its environment. But what is autoecology and what is scene ecology? Autoecology, scene ecology, there is a few difference. Autoecology is the study of. What is autoecology? It is the study of single species with respect to its environment. Single species. When we will study about single species means, for example, only tiger. When you study what is the relation of tiger with the environment, that is autoecology. Or what is the relation of a human with the environment, only human, single species. But what is scene ecology? It is the study of community. We can say community. What is community? We have defined. Community means several species, more than one species, different species. We can say different species. Study of different species with respect to its environment. Study of different species with respect to environment is known as scene ecology. So that's why autoecology and scene ecology, these are the two important terms you have to remember. This study of single species with respect to its environment is called autoecology, and a study of more than one species or a community. These two are very important. Frequently asked question in NEET as well as in your board exam. So study of a community, if question comes a study of community, that is called scene ecology. If it question comes a study of single species, it is called autoecology. So that's why you have to keep it in mind. What is the main difference between autoecology and scene ecology? And another important, the informative question comes sometime. World Environment Day. All of you know World Environment Day is celebrated on the 5th June. World Environment Day is the 5th June. 5th June is the World Environment Day. World Environment Day. And 11th July is the World Population Day. World Environment Day and World Population Day. This is frequently asked question in NEET also. Sometime this type of question can be asked. 5th June, World Environment Day. So this type of question also you have to remember. So sometimes this type of question comes. But maximum question comes from your terminology, what we have discussed, starting from species, community, ecosystem, biome, biosphere. These are the important parts. Okay. So after this completion of these terms, another important thought is your habitat. What is habitat? What is habitat? Habitat is a new term. Habitat is the place, specific place of the earth where community lives or one organism lives. Specific part or specific place where organism, population or community lives. Population or community lives is known as habitat. Means it is a specific place, any area of the earth where organism, population or community lives. We can take example of a pond. In the pond, we can take pond. Pond is containing water. It is a part containing water, and inside the water, what you find? You can find fishes. Fishes are living. You can find algae. Algae are living. You can find different bacteria are present in pond water. Different amphibians like frog, snake, crocodile. These are also in crocodile in large aquatic habitat, not in pond. So in this area you find, and this is the place. This is called aquatic habitat. Water containing part is called as aquatic habitat. Aquatic means water habitat. So that's why, what is habitat? Habitat is a place. Habitat is a place where the organism, population or community lives. Organism, any living organism can be present like a fish or algae. Any population can live. Population means a group of organism of a particular species, one species or community. Different species can live. So that's why it is the habitat. So habitat is the any place where organism lives. So habitat are different types. One example is aquatic habitat. Here we have written aquatic. If water containing habitat, it is called as aquatic habitat. If it is soil containing, it is called terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial habitat means without water. Terrestrial habitat means without water. There is no water. Only the soil containing portion. That is called as a terrestrial habitat. but frogs are present. Frogs are amphibians. They are found in both aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. Clear? So different habitat. Habitat means any place where organism lives. That is called as habitat. So that's why in this chapter, the important terms, we have completed the important terms in this chapter. So you have to remember these terms before going to this complete thorough discussion about the other parts. You have to keep knowledge about these important terms. So this much for today. Thanks to all of you.